Good afternoon, YouTube. Digital Adele here with another breakdown for you. This time we have the 6'5", 6'6" small forward out of Baylor, Jacoby Walter. I mean, this kid has some tools and intangibles to his game that can translate at the next level, but he also has a lot of opportunities. Can't wait to get in the film to show you. This channel's been growing like crazy. I said it last time, and I'm going to say it again. The support has been unbelievable. I'm going to continue to try to give shout-outs as many as I can. If I miss you, I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to just get to as many as I can. So real quick, J Mamba, thanks for subscribing. One Fly Tie, thank you for subscribing. Crow with a K, appreciate you. Tom, appreciate you for subscribing. Jason Presser, Motivation 317, ISO J Way, Ford Bennett, Bluegrass Scavengers, and George 3393. Really appreciate the support. Thanks for the subscribe. Don't forget, if you have people in your life that love basketball and want to be in the know, don't forget to tell them about the channel. Give a share. Hit that notification bell for when we go live and when new video comes out. After this one, I'm hoping to get one on Bronny James. We'll see. I haven't been able to get a full game of his that I could break down. I've watched some of his games, but nothing that I could get in terms of film to get my hands on. When I do, I'll definitely get you guys a breakdown of that. Again, thanks for all the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get right into the film. All right, here we go. Jacoby Walter, number 4, 6'6", for the Baylor Bears. Let's take a look and check out his form on this deep three. He's got good balance in terms of his feet, his footwork. His elbow is in, and he has nice follow through. I'm a little concerned about his forward body lean. He does this a lot. I don't know if it's a form problem or a mechanic problem in terms of how he's learned to shoot, but I have noticed that he does lean forward quite a bit. It might be a strength and conditioning thing as well. And as you can see, he ended up being long on that shot as well, because when you're moving forward or backwards, it affects your range on how you gauge that. Now, that was a very deep three, so I understand why he may need to lean forward a little bit, but that's, you know, as he gets stronger in his lower half, in his legs, you want to go straight up and down in your motion. I mean, you can move forward a little bit, but his forward body lean was kind of exaggerated there. We'll take a look through the rest of the tape against Cornell and see if that shows up again. On this rep, I want you to notice Jacoby Walter getting back on defense, and instead of sinking a little bit into the paint, since this ball is really only one pass away, he kind of is just peeking back, and you'll notice that he loses track of his man, and his man just beats him backdoor. It's the little things. I mean, he's a freshman, and you just have to retreat. Like, whenever you got to be below the ball. So if the ball's flying up the court, when he's back pedaling into the lane, he needs to be back deeper than the ball. And then if the ball gets passed to his man, he could spray out to his man. But that way, if he's deeper than the ball, he'll have vision on the ball, and he'll still be able to have vision on his man. He'll be able to feel. If he's close enough to his man, he can use his arms to feel a little bit. But that's just a rookie or freshman thing that I believe he can clean up. On this rep, Jacoby Walters gets the ball. Now, here's the thing. The guy that's guarding him isn't very nimble, and he just blows right by him, two-hand flush. My concern is that was awfully slow for the... Here we have Jacoby Walter handling the press in the backcourt. He's trying to throw it to this man here in the middle to break the press, and he leaves his feet for some reason. This was an odd pass, I mean, it worked out for him. I would like to see him keep his feet and not leave his feet to pass. Maybe fake a pass to make a pass. But he's going to eventually get the ball back here, and you're going to see he's not that explosive. The guy guarding him isn't the swiftest of feet, and he had to try to take a couple of steps to even blow by this guy, and he barely does. And then the pass he gives is below the line. I mean, you need to give a better pass than that. He gets in here and he tries like a one-hand, left-hand shovel pass, and it gets deflected when all you really needed was a bounce pass. I mean, all you needed was a simple bounce pass. Let's go back and take a look at that. So here's him breaking the press again. He does a great job keeping his dribble, but then he leaves his feet. It's okay, it works out. He gets ahead of steam, downhill, and there it is. You can see it right there. If he just drops a simple bounce pass, that's a layup. Here we have Jacoby Walter, number 4. And this is just going to show a little bit about his offensive rebounding ability because of his size. He beats his man right here who doesn't box out to the inside. Now he has nice position. He gets to use some of that athleticism and length. Just goes up and gets it, and then puts it right back up and over. Here, Walter, again, is bringing the ball up the court against the press. And in this clip, you're going to get to see a little bit of creativity, but at the same time, you would like to see him take an extra dribble just to get downhill and finish this. But he tries to, put up a little bit of a floater and comes off too strong. Nice putback, way to stay with it. Let's be honest, Cornell doesn't have the athletes to stick with him. He continually attacks. What I wanted you to notice is that as a young player, he still picks his dribble up just a little too early, going for that floater, which wasn't really a very soft touch of a floater either. It was kind of like a knuckleball that clanged off the back of the iron, so he wants to continue to work on that floater, but also at his size, getting that extra dribble against a team like this, taking it all the way to the rack for strong finishes. Here we have Jacoby Walter from Baylor, 6'6", getting out on the fast break. Let's take a look at how he handles his decision making. A little hesitation, a little hop step, a little body contact, and a really poor effort with the left hand off the glass. Just chucked up a prayer. Yeah, he needs to really work on his isometrics and plyometrics for his lower half of his body, because he does not have what you would call quick feet by any means. He needs to tighten up his handle, and he needs to really work on that offhand finish off the glass, because that was a really poor effort with the left hand. I need to see better out of a first-round lottery pick. We have Jacoby Walter bringing the ball up the floor again against a little light token pressure here. He's going to get the ball, and again, this just illustrates he's just not that quick. He's not that explosive. If he was quick and explosive, this is a straight line drive to the rim, and you get an easy finish. But here, he gets a little body contact. The guy's able to stay with him. He picks his dribble up pretty early, doesn't use his left hand. Little floater off the glass, not a great touch. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got tools, but he's got a lot of work to do. And then you see him here in transition, and he just flops, really. I mean, that definitely was a flop, and then he almost gets the guy hurt. Let's take a look at that one more time. Yeah, it's a flop. His feet aren't near set. They're very close together. Instead of him taking it, directly in his chest. I mean, you can slide left and right and still get a charge call, but that's not what's happening here. He's just kind of forcing the contact himself with his chest, and flops, and then the guy gets hurt because he flopped. This is what Jacoby Walter does best, is catch and shoot threes. That's the best part of his game, and in today's NBA, that can be a valuable skill. And as you see, it's great form. This time he's more on balance. Did you notice He picked, his foot was here. This is where he started shooting from. This is where he ends at. He wasn't leaning way forward like earlier in the video. So that balance makes a great difference. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Beautiful shot. Absolutely what he does. Here's another look at a 3 from Jacoby Walter, in just the great form that he has when he gets his feet set and he's on balance instead of drifting forward. You can see everything's lined up. Great follow through. Beautiful stroke. There it is again. Everything lined up. That's what we want. When we're talking shooting, we're talking beef. Balance. You can draw a line from his feet all the way up to the top of his head. And you're talking about elbow in, eye on your target, follow through high. That's what we're looking for, beef. And he's got an excellent J whenever he's on balance. Here we have Walter taking the ball out in the backcourt during the press breaker in the second half of the ball game, and it's starting to become clear to me after just watching several games of his left hand is a problem. He dribbles very high. I mean, the ball's away from his body. He gets up above waist height a lot. And it's okay, I mean, if you're explosive, but he's not explosive enough to just blow by people. And as you can see, little reach around, back tap, turnover. So, Jacoby Walter, to me at this point, is really a three-point specialist because he doesn't have the elite burst to blow by people, and he doesn't really have a handle to be able to go around people either and create space in that way. And as you're gonna see on this rep, he just isn't quick enough. Like, he's just hand fighting, pushing, and the guy is strong enough to keep him out of the lane, and he just doesn't have a great touch on that floater. He's got a lot to work on between now and the NBA draft. If he's gonna come out early as a freshman, it's gonna be very interesting to see his growth during the NCAA tournament, that he can have. He's purely a spot-up shooter at this point. Now, this has nothing to do with Jacoby Walter, but I saw this during the film breakdown but from number 20, and it had to make the cut. And a big shout out to the Akeem Olajuwons, the Patrick Ewings, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, the George Mikan Skyhook. Look at this. In all of its glory. Look at dude's face. Look at his face. He's like, oh, come on. He didn't make that on me. I would show that in the meeting room as a highlight over and over again. I just would show it. It just is hilarious. Like, look at this guy's face. He can't believe it. He cannot believe it. What just happened? I want to reiterate again, Jacoby Walter is a spot-up sniper. It's what he is. He can work on the other stuff and get better at it, but he does this at an elite level right now. Get those feet set. Look at the follow-through. Look at the form. He's not leaning forward. When he gets on balance and he gets those feet set, it's nothing but the bottom, man. He's got a beautiful stroke. And that is it for me today, guys. Jacoby Walter. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is he going to be a lottery pick? Should he stay in school another year? He is a certified sniper already. He needs to work on that left hand, on the dribble, on the finish, on the floaters. He needs to work on getting his feet quicker. He has slow feet. He doesn't have any burst really at all. But he is long. He is athletic in terms of his jumping ability. But I need to see more from him. I'm interested to see what happens in the NCAA tournament. His passing leaves a lot to be desired as well. A lot of his passes were not on point. Maybe I'll show that whenever I do a second breakdown during the NCAA tournament. But that's it for Jacoby Walter. Let me know again, like I said, what you think in the comments down below. I appreciate all the support, that I've given. I will try to shout out as many people as I can that subscribe. This channel is growing fast and furious. Again, thanks for the support. I'll see you next time.